Good morning, friends. Today we are going to start a new chapter, a new lesson in mathematics, naming number system. So, what do you understand by number system? Number system means to say a system which defines types of numbers here. But what do we understand by the word number? Actually, mathematics is game of numbers, and each and every part of science is concerned with mathematics. That's why mathematics is also known as father of each and every science. Now, as far as the number systems are concerned, here in relevant to the arithmetic, we can say that number system contains mainly two broad types. What are those types? Let us see here. These broad types, two types are first real numbers, and the second one is complex numbers. Now, as the word real numbers is defining itself, that those numbers which actually emerge or which actually occurs, means to say the numbers which we can represent on a number line are called real numbers. Suppose this is a line on a plane containing each and every type of numbers which can actually occur. Then this is the number line, and the numbers here we can start with a 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to infinity. Here we all know that the numbers which we start from 1 fall in the group of natural numbers. And when we include 0 in it, this group is known as whole numbers. But what about this left hand side part of number line? These numbers come in the part including complete numbers are known as integers, and this part is known as negative integers. Now, real numbers also can be differentiated in two broad types. What are those? Let us see here. First type is rational, and second one is irrational types of numbers. As the word rational is defining itself, that the numbers which can be represented in a ratio form, means to say which can keep in themselves a numerator upon a denominator, can be fall in the form of the rational numbers. So here any real rational number as numerator and another one as denominator combinedly form a rational numbers. But one condition arises here. What is the condition? That denominator cannot be equal to 0. Why it is happening? Because division of 0 is yet to be defined, so it is undefined. That's why all other numbers in the form of numerator upon denominator falls in the category of rational numbers. So what are irrational numbers? Those numbers which do not fall in these categories, means to say the numbers which cannot be represented in the form of numerator upon denominator falls in the category of irrational numbers. So now the question arises, do these numbers also fall in the form of or in the category of rational numbers? Yes, definitely. We can see here that the natural numbers, suppose 1, if we want to represent it in the form of numerator upon denominator, we can easily say that 1 upon 1. By dividing any number by 1, we find the same result, that equals to 1 In case of 2, we can represent it like 2 upon 1, that is 2. So what in between 1 and 2? There are infinite numbers in between 1 and 2, because 1 and 2 are what kind of numbers? They are natural numbers, they are whole numbers, but in between them there are lot of numbers which are also in the category of rational numbers. So if we want to define rational numbers and irrational number very easily, we can say that if we change any rational number in the form of decimal form, means to say fraction type, then we can find here decimal form, that if we divide 5 by 8, what we found? Point 0.625. This is the result. So this decimal number, after some part of division, it got completed. So these types of numbers, we can say that this is type of terminating decimal numbers. But in case of 10 upon 3, you will find that this division continues like this, 3.3333 up to as far as you want. So we can put a bar upon this decimal part of 3 and we say that this is non-terminating decimal number. But what kind of non-terminating decimal numbers? Repeating. Same part of numbers repeating several types. So these types of numbers are called as decimal numbers and non-terminating decimal numbers and repeating decimal numbers. So both types of decimal numbers, either terminating or non-terminating repeating, both types of decimal numbers come in the category of rational numbers. And apart from them, such kind of decimal numbers which falls in the category of non-terminating, non-repeating, those numbers are known as irrational number. An example is root 2, the value of 1.414 something up to infinity, but there is no any number repeating again. There is no any pattern repeating same times. So we can say that root 2 is irrational. So rational and irrational both makes the family of real numbers, and both type of numbers can be represented on the number line, and even number, odd number, natural number, whole numbers, integers, all falls in the same family. All are the members of real numbers. Thank you.